I've really been enjoying GTNH recently. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this game? You know, I've been finding it to be very chill. There's so many things to be doing, I'm going insane, and I feel like I've genuinely got way more efficient with it. What has most of this recording been, bro? What have I been doing with my time? Wait, what is that? You think I'm playing very comedically timed clips as I'm acting like everything's okay? Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Yeah, you're totally right. I'm just doing a YouTube intro to hook you in as soon as possible. What are you gonna do about it? You're still watching? Like, get off the video then. I dare you. Wait, don't actually. Okay. Welcome back to GTNH. Last episode, I just semi-completed my base and moved over here. Today, we kind of focus on improving our machines and stuff, and whatever the hell I end up getting sidetracked to. So, let's get into it. Day 1. So, I just booted up the game. Please don't be really loud. It was very loud, but I remembered of an item that could maybe fix this. When do we make mufflers? I know muffler is a thing, but a lot of the things that GTNH provides you with, you don't get until LV, so electricity. So we're gonna have to bear with the sound for a little bit. Now I wanted to make another iron tank, because I didn't want to waste all the steam in the other one. And I was just trying to figure out the math that you'd need to make one. 3 times 3 times 4, so 2. 36 minus 2, 34? Wait, am I stupid? And of course, as I'm doing one thing, alright, I should probably set up an automatic smeltery for glass. The ADHD still resides. Now I started looking into this redstone clock that could automate the Tinker's Construct smeltery, but we need quartz, which is in the nether. After that short amount of research, I went back to the iron tank, and I was still trying to figure out the math. And I said, wait, didn't I make a flowchart for this on one of my videos? And because of that, I decided to check my own video. Hello? Oh, shut that guy up, dude. Honestly, that guy is such a bad narrator. Like, why does he even keep making videos? Around 4 stacks. Now that I found the numbers, I decided to overcomplicate my life so much by trying to make an unnecessarily detailed note on all the numbers for the iron tank. And I know I suck at math. It's 0. I'm overcomplicating this so much, bro. Height equals... Okay. Eventually, I managed to finish this monstrosity. I do have to say that all of my notes are on my Discord server. That's where I've decided to just host them, so you can come and see them. That's the whole point, if you want. Link in the description. Why does that feel so slimy to say? Anyways, now back to the iron tank. Just started working on it again. And as per usual, still have steam issues. So I just disconnected some machines and just waited. But eventually, I just got back to my thing. And there we go. And oh no, did you notice? That is wrought iron. This unfortunately happens very often. It may seem wasteful that I made 2 tanks. One of them is just now sitting at the other base, but I feel like I will eventually need a second tank anyways. So it's kind of fine. That's my assumption. Also, it was the easier option. Anyways, now I went up to place the iron tank. Oh, it's a blood moon. In case you were wondering why everything is bloody red, now I noticed the state that I left the furnaces in, missing a hopper, so I wanted to make a hopper. Before I do anything, I should be like mentally aware that it can pull the wrought iron, you know? Oh, I literally said this a second ago, dude. Why are you stupid? Why are you stupid? Why am I stupid? Fuck. Okay, it's nothing we can't get back. It's fine. Whatever. But I can't lie, the comedic timing there was crazy. That, it can pull the wrought iron, you know? Actually, I need 2 hoppers, so I just wasted a little bit of my time there. Yeah, not just your time, buddy. Like that. Oh, sure, yeah, now we notice, okay. This guy's a paid actor, I swear to God. No, I'm not, I don't do it on purpose, I swear to God, I'm just stupid. Okay, finally made the hopper, placed it. But because the furnaces needed a lot of steam, I disconnected the macerators temporarily, again. And so I started basically prepping to move the boilers upstairs. So I started disabling a bunch of the machines. And so I started emptying the boilers, and then I realized maybe I'm gonna need a lot more bronze. Maybe I shouldn't do this first. Let's ensure that we have everything for when we move stuff. Bronze pipes is what I meant. But we could also start looking into wrought iron pipes. And so I did do that, but we're gonna need to grind a lot more raw iron for that to be feasible. Now back to the bronze pipes. I forgot. Yeah, no, we need to, like I said, we need to make bronze at least. So I started working towards the bronze, but I kinda had to smelt a little more tin for that. And as I was doing that, I kinda got a distraction. Oh, hello. I would like to get ender pearls. Don't worry, buddy. That doesn't mean killing you. It just means making you suffer and extracting your body parts. It's nothing crazy. I forgot they just love teleporting. Okay, I don't know if he's ever gonna come back. Never mind. Yep, they kind of like teleporting. That's kind of what they do. Anyways, I went back to smelting the tin. Yeah, this is way more maintainable right now. I don't need to just use the electric furnaces. I think it's kind of a blunder that I even made them. It's not really sustainable. Yeah, that's the thing about GTNH. You get new gadgets and you want to use them, but sometimes they're not the most time-efficient things. As per usual, gotta maintain things. Oh, it's creosote. Okay. Do they auto-extract if I put a pipe next to it? Yeah, now I was just debating whether to keep the creosote or not, because it can eventually become a fuel option. But for now, to not complicate things, I was okay with just deleting a bit of creosote. Yeah, this is one of the confusing parts about GTNH, is that you can kind of get stuck on the idea that like, oh, I've got new gadgets, I need— Wait, didn't I just say this like a minute ago? Anyways, I went back to making the bronze. And it uses a lot of steam, takes a lot of time. You know what? I ended up doing it the manual way. So I got all the bronze dust, but I had to wait for the tin to smelt. So I just got distracted by some old gold nuggets that I smelted back in the day. I just started making them into ingots. What's our steel looking like? We're at 30 steel. I remember how I was saying I was rich. That's really not even anything. That's nothing. I think right now in our stage, we don't care that much for ease of use machines. Okay, I've literally said this 2 times so far. What the hell? Okay, let's just skip the time loop. There we go. After a lot of yapping, we finally smelt the bronze. Alright, so we're doing this so we can make the pipes. Just reminding myself. Now, as I was going to make the bronze pipes, I kind of just debated whether to use bronze pipes or look into wrought iron or potin. Potin is something that is very good, but not achievable at this very moment. So we just kind of roll with what we got. Alright, now I went back to the old base to get the water tank that I had there, so we can start preparing upstairs. Oh, there is stuff in here? I left, bro. But I left a bunch of things, so I just started gathering everything. I still didn't want to move the iron tank because I didn't want to waste the steam. Finally got the water tank. Don't worry, that's just me thinking. Went upstairs and started trying to work out where things should go. This does work, right? I'm not gonna waste this, please. Okay, thank you. And I moved the iron tank, and I was kind of unsure whether the valve needs to be at the top layer or the bottom layer. It doesn't have to be on the top, does it? Wait, I'm a bit stupid real quick. What the hell does that mean? Must be in bottom fillers to output liquid. So I don't think it's saying that you can't put it here to input liquid. Wait, what? Wait, so actually you don't even necessarily need the valve to be at the bottom? You do, it says it right there. I'm just stupid. It is slightly confusing though. Must be in bottom 2 layers to output liquid, and then auto output from bottom side. Do I have water on me? Can I do this? It's not outputting it. Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I was slightly confused by that. I mean, eventually I did manage to understand what it was trying to say. What? Okay, I think I know what it's saying, but it's... I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. Most likely I'm just stupid. It seems like this whole section now was just extremely confused about everything. To connect up your boilers, be sure to provide water from the bottom. Because I wanted to move the steam boilers here, and I was unsure about the wording about how you provide them water. It'll accept only water from this side, so no risk of melting your pipe. Okay, I see what it means. Right. No, that makes sense, Anyways, when I finally understood what we've already had for like 5 years, I started placing some pipes and stuff so I could move the boilers. Alright, so things were looking ready so I could move the boilers, so I paused some of the machines downstairs and started preparing to move some stuff upstairs. Alright, they're not hot. Just double checking in case for some reason the game wants to what? Now we just simply connect them. They're not hot, so it should be good. Actually, I guess that's one reason these two water tanks can actually sustain these, but the fact that it's not splitting them evenly means that, like, one of them gets priority, and that's not what we want. So, like, actually having them full is quite important, actually. So because of that, I decided to manually move water again to ensure that everything's full. What? Bam. No, don't explode anything, please. Oh god, I don't even know if that does anything, but the fact that the machines explode in the rain, you know, exposure to water. And as I was doing this, I realized there's a cursed solution to make this easier. Do this. This is not cursed, trust. I'ma just chill for a sec. It's a cool visual of the numbers changing. Yeah, numbers were changing, but nothing was actually happening. Wait, why isn't it? It doesn't allow it. Yeah, water tanks only allow water flowing out of them, not into them. I guess plan B, just connect it to the pipes themselves. And to make the cursed solution way more cursed, we connect the pipes. What an operation, eh? I forgot to... Most organized GTNH player here. That's me. Okay, now that we're done, let's get rid of this monstrosity. Boilers should all be full, right? Full. You know, one thing that I didn't think about? We kind of limited the space of the iron tank. That definitely won't be an issue later on. Nope, definitely not. Alright, I finally re-enable everything. Oh yeah, why didn't I finish this? That's an amazing question. Why didn't I finish that? And of course, now that I've realized, I just go and finish that, right? I think let's start working on this. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't right now. I guess it's kind of expensive. Yeah, that's a reason. That's a reason, definitely. Yeah, second BBF. Probably finish my base first though, eh? Wow, now we actually start focusing on finishing the base. Until I realized I have a lot of leftovers when I got the water tank. Temporary location. And a temporary location. But no, I actually started focusing on it. Wow. What do you upgrade a lumber axe with? Speed, right? No, I'm still focused on the base. It's just that I want to get more wood faster for the base. Fortune doesn't make sense. Speed makes sense. I guess like reinforcement. Reinforcement is just unbreaking. Well, kind of, because if you get enough of it, it eventually becomes entirely unbreakable. So for a lumber axe, that actually makes a lot of sense. But I didn't want more sidetracks, so I just started going to chop some wood and maintain the aluminum. Also finally decided to place a door. I won't spawn in the wall, right, bed? You won't do that. Okay. Alright, so I was testing the small trees. They seem to work. And the big trees work this time. It works now. I wonder why. Huh. Or maybe because of these. Let's see, maybe this one doesn't work. But not all of them for some reason. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is very bizarre. I'm very tempted to just go look at the code right now. I'm holding back though. This guy. Anyways, I went back up. I checked to see our Steam levels and they seem pretty good. So I just re-enabled all the machines that I disabled before. Definitely in the positives. Alright, now the base building. I started making all the planks and of course I get sidetracked. How much durability it has. 9 iron to steel. 9 iron to steel. Haha. Yeah, I started working on the iron wand. I wanted to see how much better it was than the stone one. Bam. And I guess also no mode restriction? Yeah, nice. Okay, that's actually quite nice. It's just like double. Kind of a letdown, but yeah, for one iron wand, not that much of an improvement. But next time I'll bulk craft them. Alright, now at least we don't have an unfinished roof. Oh, I increased the audio, of course. Gotta destroy our ears. Alright, now I actually wanted to focus on making glass blocks for the base. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then grinding this, like the best way you can grind it, mastery is insanely slow. So here's an example of what I was saying before. You have new gadgets to macerate the sand, but they're very, very slow. So just do it the manual way. It's much faster. Each mortar made out of iron is 1 stack of sand. And as you can see, it's quite slow, mainly because GTNH lags. So midway, I realized there's actually a way to make this slightly easier. For example, I know there's this, the working table. And so I made one. It wasn't that difficult. And then, boom, and it basically makes crafting things in bulk way easier. So as you can see, you can save recipes and then you can just craft them as long as you have the materials in the inventory. Bam. Look at that. Bam. 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 Okay, this was a good sidetrack. We finally did it. A good sidetrack. Yep, I guess after 5 episodes, we finally got a good sidetrack. And boom. Alright, so for the flint, I decided to macerate it, because you get more flint dust out of it that way. Either upgrade the smeltery or automate it. So last time when I made glass, I did it in the alloy smelter. But this time, I thought it'd be actually more efficient to do it in the Tinker's Construct smeltery. And you can only automate it through redstone. So I just started getting a lot of redstone components. Oh no, this is when I wanted to make a lever. Oh, the lever is so stupid. Just look at this recipe. Button, pressure plate, and a lot of extra stuff, of course. I'm just saying, this is for a lever. I'm making a lever here. Then this, then this, then this. Yep, that's how you make a lever, by the way. And I'm just saying, you are lucky you're watching this and not having to play this or edit it. Because if I wouldn't have cut it, it would have been 2 minutes of just making stupid little components for a lever. Okay, it wasn't 2 minutes, it was 1 minute, but still, the point stands. Also, having to play GTNH, I don't mean that in the bad way, GTNH is fun. Anyways. Alright, now I made some glass dust in the work table. Yeah, actually, I need to focus on this at some point. Like having a room full of work tables. Alright, now I started trying to make my own redstone clock. And in retrospect, I feel like I overcomplicated this a lot more than it had to be. But I think you need a repeater. Yeah, the repeater also needed pressure plates, just like the lever. Bam, now this. Bam, finally, repeater. Let's power this. It's something like this, right? So that should be on the delay so we don't burn out. I think actually it's like this. Alright, and then here. Yeah, well that's a clock right there. This locks it, right? Alright, when I actually managed to make a redstone clock, I started trying to build one in the smeltery. I need space, bro. 2 ticks and then a thing right there. But if I actually wanted to fully automate this, I need to somehow extract the glass blocks out of the basin. And so I wanted to see if the drains could be just a bit higher so I could place a hopper under the basins. Can we hire the faucets? Whatever. What the hell? Okay, that's definitely not creepy. Let's make a bunch of hoppers, I guess. Why is it so ominous right now? And now I started working on the hoppers in the work table. And now you can kind of see its usefulness. Then boom. Yeah, it definitely helps, but, you know, still slightly laborious. And now I started making 7 more. And if there was ever a snippet to perfectly encapsulate GTNH, I think this would be it. And we're out of iron. Slowly dwindling our iron reserves here. Something broke. The wrench did. We can quickly make a wrench. Something else broke. The hammer. Then we make a file. And now we need more chests. Then we make the hopper. But now we need more plates. And now we got 8 hoppers. Yippee. Alright, now let's go place these bad boys. Alright, I also decided to be sidetracked and just built out the platform. You know what? It's fine. We don't have to finish it. Or I guess half built it? This could be the waste of a lifetime. I think if I break a block, as long as it's not the smeltery controller, it will be preserved. It's just a little bit of... If I lose it, it's just a little bit of glass. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so I got the basins and the drains, and I put them on the other side 1 block higher. But will it stop? I don't know. So I was basically thinking, you know physics, right? You know for fluids to go through a hole, they have to be at the hole's height. This doesn't make sense, and so I wasn't sure if it cared about physics. Anyways, I moved the redstone clock, and it actually seemed like everything was good. And so now I went back to make a lot more glass dust. There we go, that's a lot. Also wanted to see if the smeltery could use multiple tanks. Right now, I don't know if this is actually going to use the lava, but still worth a shot, I guess. We'll find out. Needed to quickly recuperate. Let's make a second BBF. I could be doing that now that I'm just waiting for that. Make a mining hammer. I did that. Get glass. I think that's kind of happening. Figure out iron tank. I mean, yeah, I've done that as well. Gotta maintain things. Added some hoppers as well. I don't like this. Removed some hoppers as well. Added some hoppers as well. But really, this doesn't do anything because we're still limited by the output. Smelted stuff. Found stuff. And then I started focusing on the BBF. But I couldn't remember the amounts. So I started to note them down. But got jump scared amidst this. Pretty sure it's a task. What? Bro. Bro, excuse me? Anyways, now that the looming ghost is done, went back to the BBF. Cobble. And I guess I thought adding 2 ingredients was enough to make a note. So I saved that. Got back to the actual making of the BBF. Got curious to check if it was using all the other lava tanks. Is it? Oh, it is. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Let's actually make the second BBF first though. Yeah, only in approximately an hour. So let's hope the hour comes quick. Alright, now I started working on the BBF again, and then I replaced one of the water tanks that I removed before, and I was just trying to figure out where to get water from for the fire bricks. Oh, we're gonna need way more water. And I remembered of that improved water tank that I mentioned last time. And it turns out I lied. We actually can't get it until we go to the nether. Need rubber. Rubber. It's not achievable right now, I don't think. And turns out this whole time I was prepping to make the fire bricks and all, but I should probably compress the fire brick dust into actual bricks, maybe? What else do we need? Oh, we have the Bro, I'm stupid. I gotta make the fire clay into fire bricks at least. So I did that, and of course that gives us downtime. So what do? We make more steam compressors, so we could make the fire bricks faster, right? Yeah, we needed pistons, so it took a little long. But when I placed them, I didn't actually use them, because steam was a problem again. So I decided to just improve the base with the glass that we've been getting so far, until the steam accumulated. Steam to accumulate. Nothing new, eh? That's the first floor done. Of course, gotta make sure everything's running. And now finally back to the fire clay. Also gotta make sure I keep coming back and forth from the macerated ores and smelting them. Now, after a while, and slightly blundering with my compressor facing into a wall and having no way to vent the steam, I got all the fire clay. And now it's time for a second BBF. We got ourselves a second BBF, and hopefully we should be working on a third and fourth. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Wait, can these? Okay, now I remembered a pretty important game mechanic. The blast furnaces can actually share walls, so you can literally just shave off a bunch of blocks because of that. Alright. Well, I kind of forgot about that. You can just do this. There we go. 2 blast furnaces. So in theory, next time. And now we have excess blocks. Alright, I think I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Bye. And that is the end of day 1. They're not like in sequence, like the recordings are spaced apart, like multiple days, but still, that is day 1. And now, we're on to day 2. Server backup as soon as I load, that's crazy. Okay, now for this day, I just kind of focus on a lot of steam generation improvements, and just more generic improvements as well. I mean, I didn't go in with those plans, but that's the plan that eventually came about. I prettified the to-do list. As you can see, there is dates and cool icons. Very cool. Food isn't that good. So I made a task to build a food farm above our base. Food farm above base. And as a classic gamer move by me, I get sidetracked. Let's make the mattock out of steel. And so I wanted to upgrade my mattock to steel. We're out of lava. But then the smeltery had no lava. So I had to go get some. I guess it's time for lava. But then I realized I should probably do what I initially wanted to do. Okay, do I need to make the steel mattock right now? Not necessarily. And so I actually start working on the food farm I want above the base. So I went to go get some seeds from the old farm. Wow, this really spread, huh? And some gardens. So I could bring them back home. This should be enough. Is there faster ladders? Dark steel. Oh, come on, man. Is there vertical? Is there faster vertical acceleration? Faster vertical is fartical. It would seem that unfortunately there is no vertical ladders. I checked. Now I got the plants I got and started making them all into seeds. And as I was telling, GTNH decided to give me a heart attack. Whoa. That looks concerning. Let me just save and quit. GTNH really just want to get me paranoid for some reason. Let's just quickly restart. Okay, and now that hopefully everything is normal, let's get back to it. Quickly got some extra types of plants. Well, quick for you. The thing is, how do I know I don't have one of these already planted? I don't think we have mustard. Like, I guess I'll just do it by memory. So I was kind of struggling to determine what types of plants I've placed so I don't place any extra duplicates. So I started putting all the ones I know I've planted in a separate chest, and then I just started scanning one by one what I have and what I don't. But then I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of them and just start from scratch. This time immediately putting the things I've planted in the chest. Yep, I know, it's a waste. Right, we don't have all of these. Alright, there we go. We have a lot of one of every seed, or one of all the seeds we have. Anyways, when I finished with that, I organized just a slight bit, semi-organized I guess, in a way, and eventually started looking into foods. And the first food I started looking into was beef Wellington, and it needed mushrooms, and I didn't have any seeds for them. So I started looking into if you could get seeds, and it looked like you could get them from the mushroom gardens. So I got some from that, and then I just planted some. Oh, it does just go like that, okay. And we needed a fair amount of mushrooms. So I started looking into how to get bone meal, and there seems to be a recipe with wood ash, and you get that by just smelting some saplings. I guess makes the most sense. So I started doing that. And then eventually bone mealed the mushrooms. There we go. How do I even find stuff? Like spinach is there. I wonder if there was a smarter way of aligning everything. No, we just need some mincemeat or tofu. And now the next thing I needed was meat or tofu. And interestingly enough, tofu is actually a direct replacement to meat, which you get from the soybean plant. So if we just plant a lot of that, we won't actually need meat to make most of our foods. But for now, I just use the meat option. So as per usual, I started making dough. Oh, come on, man. And boom, beef Wellington. Look at this. Oh. Nice. Alright. Damn, that's a crazy. That's so good. Feast. Is that? And now because the item had the word feast, I actually could use that to look into not enough items to find other foods that are pretty much just as good as beef Wellington. And then juice, which is rainbow curry was a crazy one. You can just get salt like that. We need snow? Anyways, after a while researching a bunch of foods, I settled on trying to make a deluxe cheeseburger. So I started making some salt, which was surprisingly not abhorrently hard, and then we needed cheese, where you can use either milk or soya milk. So I settled on using the soy milk, and so I started bone mealing more soya. When I was done, I quickly bookmarked a bunch of foods so that I can save for later, I guess, and these are individual things. And then I got back to working on the cheeseburger. Then we make a hamburger, which is just toast, which is just bread, which is just dough. So I started making some bread, and then that into toast, and then I was just waiting. I don't even know if all of this we can actually fit. Look at that, like that's good, like suffering from success. Alright, so we just wait a little bit more. Also start vibing. Finally got the toast. Finished the quest in the adventure of making this burger. Oh, come on, it just... And then we start with the hamburger. Then we can enhance. And then we can enhance some more bone meal because we ran out of tomatoes. Holy crap, look how much it's using for the bones. 1200 steam? Holy shiz. The pipes won't even be able to like manage all that. Alright, now I just got some tomatoes and we made the cheeseburger. We got the cheeseburger. What other good food is there? Feast. Alright, long story short, I just kept on researching a bunch of more foods. Clavar. What the hell? Okay. Planted more types of crops. Organized my food items. Oh, it's just entirely out of steam. As per usual, had steam issues. Doesn't want to do it, so let's play. And then I kept on making more foods. I made a chicken pot pie. Alright, we need to fill the... Remember to stock the steam boilers. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Made a pizza. Pizza. Dude, look at us. I used to hate needing to make food in this game because of how laborious it was, how many steps and how many options there is, but this is going well. Learned how to say words. Go get some more tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, I don't know. Tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. Made some footlongs, some BLTs. Look at us gaming, bro. All of these are really good meals. Hell yeah. So we have a beef Wellington, a deluxe cheeseburger, chicken pot pie, a pizza, a footlong, a BLT. We have a crazy feast item that just fills your entire bar up. Hell yeah. We're gaming. Gaming, 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 gaming. You're gaming, gaming. Anyways, now I just started researching a bunch of quests, seeing what GTNH wanted me to learn next, and a lot of things piqued my interest. The main things I saw were the steam oven, these things, the steam oven is, yeah, steam oven's pretty good as well. The Railcraft steam boiler, just 10 liters of steam per tick. Per tick? Yeah, maybe we should look into those. I saw an interesting multi-block. That's a interesting one. Sorry, that's my desk. Appears to reset on world load. I love that they don't know. Then I started researching a bunch of the steam age stuff, like the watering can, accelerated plant growth. Right, there's also this, which is going to be useful. Then the getting around tab, where I saw the piston boots. Oh yeah, this is quite nice actually, but rubber sheet, which are also going to be pretty useful at some point, but we need rubber for those. And finally, I researched a lot of the mass processing tab. Yeah, I've been using up until now, have served you well. It goes up to item. And in here, GTNH gives you a lot of machine types that process your materials in bulk. So, mass pressure washing. So this is a dust washer. Then a steam separator, which is a centrifuge. Squasher. This is a compressor. Stomping, a forge hammer, I guess. A blender is a mixer. And a mincer is a macerator. Ooh, macerator sounds nice. Okay, this one's a good one. Alright, this is actually quite useful. I don't exactly know where I would put all these big boys. Alright, when I was done researching, I figured I should focus on getting more coal. Right, I know what I need to grind right now. What we need to grind is coal. We need a lot of coal. But before I wanted to go, of course I get sidetracked. I need to upgrade this so we can put fortune on it. I'm gonna experiment with something real quick. I want to see if I can make a cobble generator. I wanted to see if I could automate leveling up my hammer with a cobblestone generator. And then, of course, oh right, I get sidetracked again. We might as well just fill these. Actually, and now could you guess where this actually goes? I'll tell you. I get sidetracked to another thing now. I'm gonna make the glider. Yep, now I decide to make the glider. So I started working on that. Put some leather to be drying in the background, and then I needed some cotton, so I went to go get some. Okay, I am slightly sidetracked. I did want to go get lava so I could try the cobblestone generator and also fill the smeltery, the Tinker's Construct smeltery with lava. But I kind of want to focus on this real quick. Real quick until another sidetrack arises. Also, we have iron chests, bro. Yeah, so I started gathering some of our old stuff. Okay. Anyways, hopefully no other sidetracks come about. I just organized all the old stuff I got, and the leather was done. So I finally make the glider. Nice. Now we got a hang glider. So hopefully I could roll back to what I wanted to do previously before the glider. But first I wanted to take it for a test drive. Take it for a test drive. Oh god. Okay, so back to the original goal. Lava to test. Well, actually, the branch goes like this. Initially coal. No, it goes like this. Blast furnace because of steel. Because I'm using charcoal. Need coal coke. Need coal. Need to go mining. Hammer needs fortune 3. Need to level up my hammer. Look into how to make leveling the hammer easier. Need a cobblestone generator. Need to go get lava. Tinker's construct needs lava as well. And that's it, right? Have I got the branch correctly? Have I got the tree? I think that's the reasoning. Yep. Hey, at least I'm self-aware, okay? Okay, so let's just go do the thing. So I got some of that lava I needed for the smeltery. And when I was done, I started the cobblestone generator experiment. We want, I think, lava here to flow into the... I just wanted to get a cobblestone wall so I could just mine it automatically. Wait, does the lava want to spread? If I do something like this, does it go straight down or does it come out as well? It does come out, okay. In theory... Why wouldn't that flow? Okay. Would this work? Holy shit. So I could just sit here, just AFKing and grind this. But things didn't actually go so smoothly. Wait, why isn't it working? After various experiments, making sure all the lava are source blocks, I knew that would happen. Maybe? So I could just sit here XPing this. That's what you said last time, man. Okay, what is happening? Why do they, like... What? And unfortunately, right here, a cursed idea was brewing. Wait, I think I've got another cursed idea. What if... block here, lava there. Block here, lava... And I started working on this cursed idea, and here's an image of the horrors. Is this more dependable? But funnily enough, eventually, I realized now nothing works? Or is it? No, I am mining. Look, I'm getting so many cobblestone. I think it is working. It's just that you can't see the blocks. Oh my god, you just can't see the blocks. What? Yeah, so apparently it seems like we're actually mining cobblestone, but it just doesn't visually exist. Anyways, after a while of mining, I leveled the mining level of my hammer. So this is working. Oh wait, mining level. And then I wasn't so sure about when I put redstone on the hammer. So I think it's a blunder that I put redstone. I think we want to go directly to fortune. Like the idea was if you put more redstone on it, you can get XP faster on it. Anyways, when we finished this little science experiment, I just started going back home. Hey there, buddy. You don't wanna follow me. I have nothing interesting. I have nothing interesting for you to get. Oh, it's nighttime. Are you following me still? Yeah, and it was nighttime, so I had to fight my bed again a little bit. This is gonna spawn me in the wall, I think. No, it isn't. It isn't. God damn. All right, so we finally go back home. Put the lava tanks on the smeltery. One sec. Let me recollect myself. And so I recollected myself. Then I paused the recording, and then suddenly I'm in a different place. I have not been recording. I paused and I forgot to unpause. It finally happened. I always thought it was gonna happen at some point. Yeah, I might have forgot to click the resume button. Okay, I don't remember what I didn't record, but I got some bricks. I went to a village, got some bricks. I spoke about things that I do not remember anymore. Bro, what did I talk about, dude? It was a recording. God damn it. Yep. Now, as far as I remember, I think I wanted bricks to make another brick blast furnace. Honestly, I don't know. But here we are, gathering bricks. Bro, I knew it would happen. At some point, I would just forget that I was not recording. Anyways, after a fair amount of time, I got myself a lot of bricks. And fun fact, these little buildings actually have like mob dungeons below them. This is a mob dungeon, by the way, which I'm not going to explore at the moment because it's very dangerous and I don't have armor or anything to even do this properly. Alright, there we go. Bricks for days. Operation Bricks. Also, I got to record it, which is cool. You know, I'd like to record when, you know, doing a series for a YouTube video, you know. I like that, you know. I like being able to do that. To be able to record when it's for a series that it's supposed to be published on the internet and stuff. You know, that very good, yes. Anyways, after being slightly salty, I started going back home. Should be, ow. Home sweet home. And I wanted to pause the recording once more. I won't pause recording, even though I'll be right back. But will I? I did. Right, I unpaused this time. I remembered. Anyways, I started organizing my bricks, started macerating some, and now I was just kind of working towards a BBF, gathering all the materials it needed. 2 stacks, almost. And then I got curious how to improve compressing the fire clay into fire bricks. And I kind of got sidetracked looking into the steam squasher, the multi-block that compresses things in bulk. Tumbaga mix. But that was only just the research. I got back to making all the fire bricks in the normal compressor and stuff like that. As per usual, steam issues. And then eventually I started looking into it again. Start working on that, right? That's the most of it. And I was just trying to understand how to craft it. Okay. Because it does have kind of a convoluted recipe. 7 to 10, 3 to 10. Tumbaga needs Tumbaga mix, which is copper and gold, but Tumbaga also needs some gold. So it's kind of confusing. I just used all the gold for that. I forgot that you still need gold afterwards. And then I made myself 2 stacks of Tumbaga dust, which you then need to smelt. But funnily enough, I didn't actually keep trying to make the steam squasher. I kinda got distracted and started making better steam boilers and stuff. So quite literally went from gathering bricks for the blast furnace to looking into a compressor for the fire bricks to making Tumbaga for the compressor to now trying to figure out how to fix the steam generation again. Classic. Dude, I forgot. Okay, we're quite full of stuff right now. Place another chest somewhere for like things. For like this is what I'm going to do at some point type of thing, you know? That's the chest this is. And so yeah, I started working on those steam boilers. And funnily enough, they needed steel plates and I forgot that you can make them more efficiently in the forge hammer. So I just wasted some steel. But anyways, I just kept on working on the better steam boilers. Wait. Oh, we needed more. Ow, my ears, bro. Relax. So I went up to replace the old steam boilers with the new ones. Okay, let it fill up. And then I just waited for the water to fill the steam boilers, and I got impatient, and I just started doing it manually as well. There we go. Oh, but this is gonna need a lot more water. So we should probably be a bit wary of this, I guess. Yeah, before 2 water tanks could sustain 6 of the normal boilers, but now we have 6 of the advanced boilers, so it's most likely gonna need more water. And to ensure that they're good, I decided to just fill the water tanks up as well, so I could just see if the water was increasing or decreasing. Check. Are they increasing? Oh, this is decreasing, I think. And so I got the other water tank and just moved it upstairs. Gotta love mixing up the pipe types. And for some reason, I was surprised that the better steam boilers need more coal. Dude, what? Dude, we need a better iron tank then, for sure. Yeah, so I just restocked them. And then I just confirmed that the water was adequate. Yeah, I think this is increasing for sure. When I was done, I just added to my to-do list. Buffer. Coal for coke. Started prepping some raw iron for the future. And of course, GTNH wanted to prank me again. Not again, bro. What is doing this? It's just like a prank. Something's just playing a prank on me. Now, so I can make wrought iron easier, I made a bunch of alloy smelters. Started making some ingot molds for the alloy smelters. And then I started making the wrought iron. I think these alloy smelters were actually overkill in the end. No, they weren't. They actually come in handy a lot. Anyways, long story short, after a lot of grinding, I got enough materials and I started making the blast furnace. Okay. Oh, and again, this is overkill, because, like, yeah. What I meant is that it was overkill because we can use wool sharing and that won't need as many blocks. Also, I decided to bring the water tank to the base. Right, messy solution. I'm putting it here. Alright, now I was gonna go maintain the coke ovens, because they were out, but I didn't have enough wood. So I kinda got sidetracked, and I was gonna go cut that redwood tree. Place ladders here. Bro, I don't remember this at all. Okay, we should be able to make it there, right? And we started chopping the tree. Let's see what happens. Holy crap, that scared me a lot. As per usual, GTNH really just wants to mess with us. Dude, this is gonna be so difficult to clean up. It's fine. Alright, now that I've completed the sidetrack, I stocked up the coke ovens like I wanted and went back to making BBFs. And I made 2 BBFs. We can make 4 now. Dude, look at that. It's like I somehow did it perfectly. What the fuck? All on purpose. Got the exact amount of blocks. Yep. Let's go. Dude, this is gonna be so big, dude. We're gonna get so much steel out of this. So every, what, 6 minutes? Every 6 minutes there's gonna be 1 steel divided by 4. So, like, I don't know, 1.5 minutes for steel now or something. Nice. Alright, now that I was done, I wanted to quickly recuperate. Bulk steam furnace area. Now, I think I'm gonna call it. Let's go somewhere where it's silent. And I think I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Whoa. Wait, let me do this. Goodbye. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait, what am I doing? Never mind. I thought it'd be cool, like the camera would like disappear behind the walls, but never mind. And now onwards to day 3. Don't mind me in the background. Yeah. So I made up a plan to get coal for coal coke. Hello. 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 And now I actually start going for the coal. So I went to go search for some, like right here. Oh, that was fast. A lot of... Okay, shut up. We should make ladders, bro. But now I'm here, so... Of course I come unprepared. And right, I'm not gonna upgrade the steel hammer with any more haste. I'm just gonna go straight to fortune. Okay, well that's not terrifying. Anyways, after a while of fighting some mobs... Yeah, we need torches, bro. God damn it. So torches and ladders. So now, of course, we have to go back. Torches. And now I broke. And the hammer's gone again. Now the screwdriver, of course, yep. Now the hammer, of course, yep. Alright, there we go. Dude, that's always never not funny. Never not funny. That's always never funny. That's always funny, never mind. After slightly going insane and fighting with the tools, I started going back. You know what? Let's just go to this vein. You know what? Coal is okay to waste, so I'm just gonna use the hammer for the sake of upgrading it and all that. There we go. I should probably add fortune to it, but it's fine. And then I mined for a good 10 minutes. This is everything I got, and double this technically. Started fighting my arch nemesis. Now there is literally nowhere the bed can kill us. You are powerless in an open space, sleeping bag. Anyways, after talking to inanimate objects, I went home, started making the coal ore into coal ingots, and I felt like it wasn't fast enough, so I started looking into the multi-block version of it. This is very possible. Sure. So now because of that, I started prepping for it. Started making a lot of bronze ingots. Bum. As always in the background, gotta maintain everything. And now that we have coal, we can start making it into coal coke. And I started using it immediately, in very small amounts. You should never do this. Always do things in bulk. Oh, it's done. Wait, that's not the... Never mind. And we're running out again. Of course, some steam issues, nothing new. Okay, before I do anything, let me just rebase. Let me refocus. So, is the coal already done up here now? Jesus. As I've already said, newer, shinier gadgets don't actually mean most efficient. And before, as I was mining, I leveled up my hammer, and I finally remembered. Right, let's do the hammer, I forgot. Wait, what? Oh right, it uses only one modifier. So it's not 3 modifiers, I can literally just max it out right now. I completely forgot. Yeah, so that even makes putting redstone on the hammer a bigger blunder than it actually was. Anyways, I still needed more lapis. Bada bing, bada boom. Fortune 3. Oh, this is gonna be so big. Okay, now that I've got Fortune 3, you see this screen right here. Imagine we have enough iron that we can just make 64 of these, 64 of these, 64 of these. And it may sound like I had a plan, but I actually kind of go on a lot of tangents now. I started looking into the multi-blocks again, of course kept maintaining things in the background. I started questioning if we have enough coke ovens for the blast furnaces. Get 2 coke, had to recuperate again. Let me recuperate. And at some point I decided I wanted to focus on the forge hammer multi-block. So I actually started working on that, and started making a mold for the anvil that it needed, because it looked cheaper than doing it the normal way. And of course, for some reason, I start trying to guess the recipe for it. Imagine I could guess it. Wait, is it not a knife? It's not a knife. It's a file and a hammer. Bam. Imagine I knew it. Boom. 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 Boom, 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 bam, bam, boom, bam, bam, bam. Oh! Is that actually it? I think that's actually it. Holy shit, I'm a gamer. Now, during the downtime, I actually remembered something interesting that I saw. I learned from one of my, comments. Alumite, I don't need to do it the way that I was doing. Like this. Smelting it like this. So this is 1 steel is 1 alumite. And I don't know, 2 aluminum is 1 alumite, right? But look, alumite dust. 5 aluminum dust becomes 8 alumite dust. So you make a profit out of aluminum. And that is pretty much GTNH. It gives you so many options, sometimes you just don't realize what's right in front of you. Now, kind of a plot twist, the molds that I made didn't even actually work. Why? Oh my god, is that only for NV? Oh, it's only for MV. The recipe seems like it's right there in the alloy smelter, but of course, it's only available for the MV alloy smelter. I got baited. So we still do it the old way. But it shows the steam alloy smelter there. Bro, that's crazy. So now I had to make the anvil the old-fashioned way by compressing some iron blocks. Are the blast furnaces still working? They are still working. Bro, I need an alarm system to tell me it's done. Come, please, fill me up. I need to be filled up, please. Just to make sure that everyone's on the same page, I'm talking about the blast furnace. Whenever it's empty, for there to be an alarm. Nothing else. Nothing else. Bam, 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 bam. Look at me gaming. I probably have anvil somewhere. Okay, I don't. Alright, I did that ancient quest. And during all this, I was still working towards a lot of bronze plates. But then I wanted to start making some hoppers, and I was slightly going insane. We have 8 of those, and then we just need a lot of plates. 8 times 5, 40. So we need 40 iron. So we need iron. We need iron. We need so much iron. We're not using wrought iron, eh? I've learned from my mistakes. No, I haven't. I've literally not learned anything. And I might have realized that the shinier gadgets, the boilers that I made, came with some side effects. Out of stuff, dude. Coal is a newfound issue. And at this point, I've added so many things that I need to passively keep going back to that I started kind of getting overwhelmed. Okay, let's rebase. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I? Okay. I'm overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed. Alright, after being overwhelmed, I saw that the coke ovens weren't working. They were full of creosote, so I had to get rid of the creosote real quick. And of course, I do the most redundant thing. I start filling them up with coal and all that. Bam. Schlang. And then I decide, you know what? I'm just gonna move the coke ovens 1 block up. Bam. So I can finally automate them. Beam, boom, beam, words that have meaning. And just put the coal in the coke ovens once again. Split it by 4 again. Redundancy. Shabloom, shabim, bam. Right, now that those shenanigans were done, I remembered that old tumbaga I made that I never smelted. Anything in this? The tumbagas right there, right? We should probably smelt that. And so I started smelting them. I guess I never talked about it, by the way. Like, at some point, you kind of don't follow the questline as much. You kind of just look through all the other tabs that are just also like, you can also make these now. And these, and these, and these, and these, and these. And that's when you get overwhelmed. Yeah. Overwhelmed? No, I would never get overwhelmed. No, what? Alright, my brain is struggling right now. My brain's struggling. Okay, just a little bit. Brain. Can you brain for me, brain harder, please. Okay, alright. And when you're overwhelmed, you retreat to the warm embrace of the to-do list. Look into processing multi-blocks. Yeah, call for code. And we say we did it right now. Discord time stamp generator. Then we copied the clipboard. Successfully copied. Anyways, after clicking some random buttons and to-dos and stuff, having to manage the little timestamp thingy I added. Literally, like, so many things are happening passively now. There's so many, like, passive branches of success. After feeling like there was a lot of micromanagement, I decided that I needed even more micromanagement by making more coke ovens. Oh god. Okay, I think we need more coke ovens. Should I be doing that? Should I make more coke ovens? Okay, but for this though, more coke ovens is actually kind of a good thing, because we can do more things in bulk. At least that's what I think. Anyways, now, of course, when we hit the Steam age, it secretly gave us a better way to make coke bricks. Wait, is this a more efficient manner of doing it? And now, kind of just looking through the recipes, looking at clay and stuff like that, I remembered of a different way of getting clay, or at least clay dust. Oh right, you get a lot of clay out of that as well. And of course, I was kind of sidetracked to that now, because the coke ovens needed clay. I think I did mark it. That is clay. Wait a second. That's what I need to do right now. Yes. I think I need to go get more clay, because, like, that's also another resource that I'd like to just have in bulk. Alright, so that being kind of a goal in my head, I started just maintaining the base to make sure things are happening in the background while I'm gone. And almost got sidetracked. I'll look into the... Fuck, we also need to look at... Fuck, dude, there's so many things to fucking... Fuck. There's so many things to do. Yeah, so there's these, right? There's this... shit, dude, there's so many things. There's so many things. But now, I'ma just keep grinding. I'ma go get that clay. Yeah, let's go get that clay, I think. That was a close call. I was gonna start looking into things. So now this was my goal. Get a bunch of these clay blocks so I could macerate them when I come back. Yeah, you can make this, and this is the right thing, right? Yeah, you can... Wait, this is clay dust, though. Well, I guess it's still beneficial, I guess, but it's not clay. But for some reason, I thought they would immediately macerate into clay, but they macerate into clay dust. It's not exactly what I wanted. I may be crazy. I'm jumping so hard. What? I'm like, dude, what? Jumping so hard. Uh-huh. My brain is not focused on one thing right now is what I meant to say or something. You know what? Never mind. You get what I mean. I wonder if other people play this game differently. I don't know how people play. I don't know how brains work. I don't know how other people's brains work. I know how my brain works. It doesn't. Anyways, I mined for a little bit more and then I started going back home. Okay, I'm gonna do a little sidetrack. But I promise this time the sidetrack's gonna be quick. I just wanted to get some extra wood. Wait, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? I don't understand this game sometimes. Okay, there we go. Anyways, after a decent amount of time, I got a decent amount of wood. Okay, this should be really nice. Yeah, this is a nice little sidetrack, I think. Anyways, I went back home. Remembered a 10-year-old to-do. We're back. Also, we need to fix those aluminum berries at some point. We need to make a proper location. Stored everything, maintain the coke ovens. Went back to the Timbaga as well. Timbaga is done. Realize I still need more bronze. So we need 4 stacks? Bro. Is this a good investment? And then I actually saw what the thing I was making this whole time actually looked like. Oh my god, is that the Holy sh... They're like so... unique. Dude, I can't even fit this in here, I don't think. Wait, I can't fit this. I need like a special location for this. What the fork? After confirming that that's the only shape you can actually build them as, can you not do them in any other shape? I started questioning whether this was an actual necessary thing to do. Should I be working towards these? I don't know. Do I delay this process? Do I not do this right now? And after a while of fully solidifying what I wanted to do with steam and stuff, definitely make the steam oven, that's going to be very important. Maybe we just look into steam generation and stuff like that then. I actually just ended up wanting to focus on coke ovens, since also I was already doing that anyways. Yeah, I think more coke ovens. I think I will just do it. I'm just going to commit more coke ovens. Because like, I'm kind of just, it's just making me do more things. And that's what I focused on for now. I tested to see it was an actual functional recipe, and then I went to go get more clay. The actual clay this time, not the clay dust. After not too long, I got like 5 stacks of clay, started going back home, and I got sidetracked. So we should get rid of this. You know what? I can do that right now. Okay. You know what? That's steam as well. You know what? Right. Now, so I started getting rid of everything I built in the past. Okay. There's no way we fool again, right? No, we wouldn't fool again. We've learned from our mistakes. We'll leave that as a little memoir. Alright, we got a clean, quote-unquote clean base now. Alright, when I finished that, we initially went for clay, so I stored all the clay, put the clay there, and then I started making more coke oven bricks. After a little bit, I started making more coke ovens. And the pollution was getting pretty visible. Oh my god, look at them. What? The pollution was crazy for a second. Holy crap. And there we go. I made 4 more coke ovens, 4 blast furnaces, extremely overkill. But really, it isn't. I can definitely say that even 16 coke ovens would be nice for the future, and 8 blast furnaces. Now, since I got that iron tank from my old base, I wanted to just increase the size of the iron tank and just move everything on the other side of the room. Start operation, move the tank. Now. But then I realized I should probably be a bit more prepared. Alright, yeah, I think we move all of these to over here. Also, water tanks. Let's ensure that we have like a bulk amount of water tanks. And I started looking into making more water tanks. And GTNH gives you more efficient options to make the water tank using slime blocks and some steel. Wait, what? Right. And I remembered seeing a slime island nearby, so I think there is a slime island right there. So I wanted to go get the slime saplings off that island. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that right now. I could have jumped off my tree, at the very top of my tree to this, but you know, it's fine. And the saplings generate trees that make slime blocks. Also got some of these purple slime blocks that spawn on the island. And the island also likes spawning slime. But that's all I wanted to do. So now I start going back home. Okay, now back to what I was doing. And now when I came back, the slime tree only gave green slime blocks. And so I was just curious what type of slime block the recipe needed. Can only use the green. Wait, is it the green one or the blue? It's the blue. Wait, what? Wait, why does it give green though? Let me go plant it and see what happens. And so somehow I completely missed in front of me that you can use the green slime. I think I was clicking things so fast that I just completely missed it. Anyways, because of that oversight, I just started experimenting how to get the blue slime. Can't change what's already been done, so I guess we have to roll with it. Well, let those be. Watering can. Right. I think it's pretty obvious, but a watering can just makes plants grow faster. Watering can, what the watering can can. What the watering can do, can, watering can. After some insanity, I started making it. Bam, 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 bam. And now you just need to fill it with water. And so I sat there trying to grow the sapling to see how to get blue slime blocks. Oh, it does grow. Does it grow? But it's the green ones. Like, we want blue ones, but I don't understand what you even get. I'm literally looking at the blue ones. Anyways, now long story short, I just kept on farming a lot of saplings because I didn't know how you get blue slime blocks, but the trees randomly dropped blue slime balls. This took way too long. Oh, what are you? What are you? Why are you fast? Kinda got interrupted. Hey, come here, follow me. What? Oh my god, jumping creeper. Okay. There we go. I was just being precautious because I didn't know what it did. Well, I guess back to grinding something that's random compared to an actual block that I could have used. What? What the? Did it? What? The? Huh? And so we kept grinding. When I was done, okay. I started looking through my inventory to see everything I've gathered, and I started looking into the recipes too. 32 is amazing. Yeah, 32 is really good. Hello? You don't need you don't need the blue ones. Oh my god, I've been grinding for blue specifically this whole time, but you don't even need the blue. You can just use both. You use both. You literally use both. You literally use both. That's fucking so cool. That's sick. Okay, you know what? Let's just go do the thing now. Let's stop. We'll allow this to become a block of congealed slime at some point. Anyways, now I just went back up, stored everything I got, maintained things a little bit, and now I kinda got sidetracked. I started trying to make the iron tank. We can't make the iron tank, we need to go grind iron. Now we need to go crazy mode on it. We need to go grind like crazy. And now, of course, we're mining for the iron tank. Got a decent amount of iron, and then I got attacked. Oh, well, that doesn't feel nice. That wasn't a cool experience. I mean, although I didn't die, but still. That's also done. Grind.com. Wait, don't do that. Don't Google it. Anyways, I went back home, doubled the ores. And of course I go back to what I got the iron for, right? Did I finish the second floor with gloss? No, we still don't have gloss done. Yeah, no, I started trying to finish the second floor. Okay, and that's all the glass we have for now. And I didn't even have enough to finish the whole floor. Now I was just maintaining things, making some wrought iron. I was just waiting for the steam boilers to run out so I could move them. Now that these are not working anymore, let's place them over there, I guess. But, alright, we were working on the water tanks, right? Iron for the water tanks. Okay, I remembered, but the water tanks didn't need iron, they needed steel. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, it's not even iron. What the fuck am I saying? I'm insane. I'm literally going insane. Started making sure that there's gonna be enough steel. And now back to working on the water tanks. Bada bing, bada boom. I finally made the water tanks, and nearly died drinking. No, nothing crazy. And then I started placing the water tanks. Little bit of lingering potion of choking. Anyways, move some water manually. Classic. And during this I remembered of a thing that could maybe help us, so I started working on that real quick. The ULV tank. It just holds liquids, and I thought it could kind of help. Nice. So I just started filling it up. Got a quick interruption. Oh, hello. Quickly fixed that issue. And then I tried to use the ULV tank, but it didn't actually help. And as per usual, this is your daily dose of maintenance. For a little long. Okay. So, it started off as maintenance, but then it just became... I don't know what to do next. Okay. Rescheduling, I guess, or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna make this. I want to make this. I want to see what this does. I want to see how efficient it is. Let's just make this. Yep, and so now I started focusing on making the railcraft steam boilers. And I started just slowly crafting it. And I made the first part of the steam boiler, the firebox, but now I just needed some boiler tanks above the firebox. Then these, which is just a bunch of plates. And then, boom. Boom. The boiler has multiple sizes, but for now I just did the smallest one. Now, let's read what it says. And we'll give 4 times more steam per second, making it 100% more efficient. Okay. Oh, interesting. So I just placed it down, connected it with some water, and then I gave it 1 piece of coal. So it just slowly rises. Pretty much the exact same as the previous steam boilers, where you need to make sure it always has water, otherwise it'll explode, and it just uses some fuel. Can I extract from this? Anyways, now after a little bit of confusion as to how to extract the steam, eventually the steam started filling up, and then I figured out how to do it. It doesn't seem to want to extract. Maybe now at the half point? Let's see. Oh, it is the half point. Interesting. And I just connected it up to the iron tank. And eventually I looked at the liquid version of the boiler, but it just uses creosote. And one of the liquids it accepts is creosote. So eventually I could actually start using it for fuel. And now I was still just kind of researching a little bit more about the boiler. Increasing its size just basically allows more boiler tanks to be at the top. So you're just wait, that's like, I should be doing that then, right? And that was my current next goal. I wanted to make the 3x3x3 version, and I just stupidly say, that's really cheap. But of course it wasn't, because I immediately made a couple things and we need more iron. And so I had to grind a little bit more materials, but bit by bit we kept on crafting. Okay, need more bulk items, not gonna lie. Completely out of iron. Yep, still need more. So after a long amount of waiting for iron plates and stuff like that, bam. Alright, so we can make... Oh, no we can't, I forgot, we need to make these. And so I only made the firebox. Now, the boiler tanks. And before I said it was cheap. A lot more steel. 25, 26. I need 26 of these. 26 of these. Oh my goodness, I overestimated. We still need more steel. Definitely still need more steel. So I settled on making a smaller version of it. Boom. And the rest we'll make another day. And so I started placing it. Formed? No. Why formed? No. Does it generally need 4 more? Okay, let's get 4 more, I guess. Yep, you need 4 more boiler tanks. Let me just look at it again. After slowly dwindling my materials. Okay, there we go. So now in theory it should work. And there we go. We finally got it to work. There we go. Okay, I see. And in retrospect, this is kind of rushed, but I started getting rid of the old stuff. Let's mix the wooden pipes. That's just painful. Alright, and now it seemed like we had enough water for it. It's also increasing, and it seems like I'm always just surprised. The better thing might also need more things. Wait a second, did it really just use the coal really quickly? Yep, surprising, isn't it? Holy shit, that's a lot of coal that it's using. What the is this a blunder? Did we blunder just now? And so now I started looking into expanding the iron tank. But I wasn't sure if I had enough. Do I even have enough? So I just quickly tested and just placed whatever I had, just to see how much I'd need. I mean, I think we need just a little more, that's it. Not that much, hopefully. Is 10 enough? Nope, I needed more. I don't care anymore. And as I was upgrading it, something felt off. Wait, I'm stupid. Where's the center? This is the center? And so I just finished building it, but it still felt off. What the hell? No, that's not. This is the center. Wait, what? The hell have I done here? My brain is not working. Even though it was symmetrical, it just looked really bad. Oh, this looks awful. This looks fucking awful. Ugh, no. This looks fucking awful. Anyways, I finished building it. This is already out of coal. Holy shit. We might have jumped the gun here a little bit. Anyways, I moved 1 more water tank over there. Alright, next I kinda wanted to make the steam oven. I don't know when I should though. Right now's not a good time. But I decided to make it anyways. Need a bunch of steel, more steel, and steel. And to make it, you need a high pressure steam furnace. And it needs a lot of rule time plates, so I started grinding. And even though I was only making it for the steam oven, I decided to just try and use it. And I guess I kinda just got sidetracked in the moment and just upgraded all of them. Bro, we need... Holy crap. And of course I keep doing this. It needs a lot of steam. I keep prematurely upgrading things without thinking of what it need. Okay, so we need better pipes as well. So things are fucking... I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Let's go. I'm struggling. Would you look at that? The consequences to your actions. So just a bunch of steel and shears. Shmuggets. And clearly I'm dealing with the situation well. Now I just made sure to maintain everything. Oh no, how's this going? Probably out. It is out. Of course it's out. Anyways, now I went back to the steam oven. I started bookmarking things, and I may have seen the total ingredients. That's a stack. Holy shit. Holy fuck. That's quite expensive. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit, we need a lot more steel than I thought. Now, after a long time of just debating what pipes to use, maintaining things, not sure what to do next. Okay. Debated whether the upgraded steam furnaces were worth it or not. Are they faster than iron furnaces? I ended up deciding on focusing on blast furnaces. We have a lot of calcite. We've got a lot of, like, we can probably go for a round 2, right? Right. And so yeah, that's what I started focusing on next. So I started compressing some of the fire clay. Have no clue why I went behind the compressors to do that. Oh god, this is chaos, you know? I'm not good at this, eh? I'm not really good at this. There's just so much going on. And this isn't even like peak GTNH. This is just like, we're just beginning. Now I went back to researching pipes, and I guess my brain went AFK for like 20 seconds. Anyways, I know exactly what's happening, and I know exactly what's going on, and my brain is fully functional right now, yes. There's definitely like only 5,000 things going on concurrently, but that's a normal amount. Yeah, and kind of following this, I kind of started going into overwhelmed mode. Oh god, I could be like improving stuff right now. I could go like grind and stuff for a pretty long time. Okay, you know what? The strat is that we need to figure out how to eliminate the amount of things we need to be doing. That's a fucking goal, dude. Like, that's actually a goal right now. How do I do that? How do I eliminate the amount of things I need to be doing? GTNH and grind? Pfft, nothing. That's easy. GTNH and concurrent tasks? Okay, now during this eureka of finding out that my issue is a lot of micromanaging, I get a bit excited, finding out one singular small solution out of the millions there probably is. Wait, can I test something? Oh, this allows for automation. This can maybe decrease the amount of things I need to be doing. That's sick. Yeah, this may be a part where I start going delirious. Actually, item pipes. Right, item pipes. Item pipes, item. Right, item pipes. Item pipe. Item pipe, 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 item pipe. Yes, item pipe. Extractor. Wait, we can make extractors. No, we probably can't, by the way. Like, never mind. We can't do item pipe. No item pipe. I lied. No item pipe. No item pipe. I'm going insane. Help, chat. Aluminum ore berries. Right. I need to do that at some point. There's so many things to do. GTNH, dude. GTNH. We're doing fire bricks, wrought iron, fucking steam management, coke, steel, maceration. Adult man cries over a video game, over a block video game. Adult man, video game, adult man goes crazy. Adult man, video game crazy. Adult man. Wait, I am going crazy. It's not a bit anymore. Okay, let's recuperate. Let's do the infamous classic gravity guy thing, recuperation thing. Anyways, now that hopefully things are dying out a little bit, I started marking a bunch of things as done. Let's just say that I looked into it, make it seem like we're doing things so I don't have to think about that there is things needed to be done. All right, bam, shlam, wham, wham, blam. Find how to reduce the amount of passive parallel micromanagement things I need to keep going back to. Beautiful. Make multi-block forge hammer. Fucking, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. More BBFs? I don't know. More BBFs? I don't know. Perfect. What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this game, bro? Why do people play this game? Why do I play this game? Why do I keep playing this game? I love it. That's why. It's fun. But why do I keep fucking playing this game, bro? I may be going insane. Yeah, the deliriousness isn't gonna wear off anytime soon. Concurrency, bro, concurrency. Do you even know what that means? Do you even reach my amazing levels of constant confusion and agony, suffering? Do you even understand where I come from, where I go? Cotton Eye Joe, huh? Do you even know what I'm saying? Am I gonna cut all of this out? Yeah, cut it out at a perfect time. Cut it at the funny moment. Funny moment. Funny moment. Funny moment. Funny moment. I also remember to play the game a little bit. Wait, are we like generating more stuff now? It's reaching the fluid pipe limit. Damn, we're generating more than the... Never mind. Man, am I ever gonna get any point to narrate? Okay. So, because the boiler was generating more steam than the pipes could handle, I started looking into potent pipes, where you need to go to the twilight. Finally, I narrated something. I need to get potent pipe. It's so much better than steel, dude. Potent, bro. To get the potent. Holy shit, we need to go to the fucking twilight. We need to go to the nether. You know what? That's gonna be the goal. Yeah, so after almost 2 episodes, I kind of realized that I haven't been progressing the quest line at all. So now I was just casually having an existential crisis debating that. Okay. Fuck. Shit. There's so many things, bro. Prove the base. I mean, I don't know, man. Make multiple. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, no, I gotta put it somewhere else. Cancel tasks. Yes, put that down there. Okay, cancel tasks. And also started becoming Scottish. When do I progress in the pack? Why do I not complete all of these? Maybe I should complete all of these. Why am I not completing all of these? Why am I changing an accent? Why I'm fucking Scottish? There's so many things to be doing. I'm going insane. Bread, Lamington. What is happening? That should be my next goal, bro. Let's just go to the fucking nether. What has most of this recording been, bro? What have I been doing with my time? I made a lot of coke ovens, I guess. Cool. Good job. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. What the hell is happening? Okay, now I think I can just focus on progressing the quest line. Yes? Maybe? Sure. Okay, I put steam oven at second. Second place comes steam oven. Steam oven comes at this. Anyways, now I remember to play the game. And I was trying to figure out what I was actually making when I was sane. What was I even doing? I was making fire clay. What if we end it on an extra BBF? And finally, back to the BBF. I'm sure you guys came for GTNH, right? You want to see me play the game? I think that'd be cool. So, I start working on it. Stop mixing things, bro. Why do you do this to me? There. What? For some reason, got angry with a deterministic game. Bro, you're kidding me. Get the iron. Get the fucking iron. I hate you. I hate you so much. And then I realized that I'm playing the game. I can control what I do. Why don't I just make it myself, huh? It's a cool idea. Wait, how do you even do it like that? Wait, how do you even do it like that? Wait, how do you even do it like that? How do you even do it like that? The fuck? How do you even do it? Oh. Is an extra BBF like actually insane? Never. The more the merrier in GTNH. Oh, we gotta smelt it, right? We gotta smelt it, right? We gotta smelt it, right? Yep, I'm insane. I'm insane, it's confirmed. You know what? Let's fucking get rid of everything, bro. Let's just start from scratch. Let's just say that we're gaming now. We're fucking gamers. We're fucking gamers, man. We're fucking gamers. I love fucking gamers. Holy shit, cut everything out, dude. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Firing bricks. I'm firing bricks. How are they gonna get a job now? Holy shit. Just make buckets of concrete. Buckets of concrete. Wait, why didn't you make everything? Because we're out of fire bricks. Right. I told you, man. Why are we firing the bricks? We need fire bricks, bro. We need fire bricks, bro. We need the fire bricks, dude. We need the fire. If you can even remember what's happening anymore, I made 19 fire bricks, and I started going to place them. Fucking going insane. And because the description of the BBF says that it can share up to 4 walls, I thought that meant that you couldn't share more than 4 walls. Wait, it doesn't even tell you, like, if it ever works. Bam, bam. Get 1, 2. Bam, bam, bam. But, bro, it works. You're trolling me. What do you mean up to 4 then? Oh, you don't have to do the middle line. You can do them. Oh, what am I doing? I could have been saving so much. I could make like 50 blast furnaces. Also, holy shit, the pollution's insane. Okay, so I'm sharing them in a line. But you can actually share them in a square, and that saves a little more fire bricks. That's what it means up to 4. So I just casually put down the to-do list to do that at some point. Definitely casual. No! Share the walls in a square, not line. Realistically, you can share 2 sides for all 4 BBFs where this shares 2 sides, this one only shares like 1 technically. And I quickly wanted to redistribute all the iron evenly. Bam slam, 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 and bam slam. And there we go. And bam slam. Now this is maximum bam slammage. Okay, I don't know, but I'm gonna go home and cry in my sleep. Well, unfortunately, I didn't cry in my sleep, but I did start making another BBF. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know what's happening anymore, bro. I'm just doing. I'm just existing and doing. As per usual, fighting with deterministic games. Stop it. Need flint and stone. Flintstone. Okay. Let's stop going insane and start going sane. Stop it. Never mind, I'll just stay insane. So we made one more bad boy and placed it in the inefficient way for now. Bam, 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 bam. Look at that. 6 BBFs, all used in an inefficient like spacing and ordering and whatever. Hell yeah, let's go. We don't know what we're doing. Okay, well there we go. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call that a day because I'm insane. I'm literally going insane. My brain is mush and I don't feel like I exist anymore. I don't exist anymore. Like I'm good. Yeah. Okay, bye. Well, that was one of my episodes of all time. Hope you enjoyed this one, whatever this one was. Anyways, these videos take a long time to edit, and GTNH is forking slow, so expect another video in approximately 5 months. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you, gamer. Okay, make my guy do a backflip or something, I don't know.